So Balaji loses his $1 million bet, but is Bitcoin going to 1 million still relevant? Let's check on that. But first, let's go get an update on BTC. Okay, so let's start. Okay, so here's the Bitcoin chart. Okay, so right now, yesterday Bitcoin did a good thing by bouncing on this support at $27,750. It bounced from there and now it's all here. Okay, so right now Bitcoin is more probably going to break this resistance at $28,760. Okay, so more probably it's going to break this, and once it breaks this, we know it's, you can say that it's going to $28,000 it's going to $32,000. Okay, once it breaks the 28,760 support, it's more probably going to $32,000 one BTC. Okay, so now let's go on the altcoins and see what they need to do, so what we can do. Okay, so let's go on the first one, which is Ethereum. Okay, so Ethereum, if you're buying right now, Ethereum, right, would be a good entry to be buying now. Okay, your small entries, you can see, can buy it Ethereum now, as Bitcoin is going to break that support of 28,760 support, right? So it would be good entry to be buying Ethereum if you want to buy, if you're bullish. And you can sell your Ethereum at 1,960. Okay, you'll sell there, but once it breaks that, makes it as support, we enter all our big longs Ethereum. Okay, exactly, when it breaks, makes support. Okay, so right now Bitcoin is breaking that 28,760, would be a good entry to be buying on Ethereum. Okay, so but if if Bitcoin just doesn't break that 28,760, then it would be a good entry to be, even Ethereum will go down, break this key support of 1,841 Ethereum. It will break this support, makes the resistance where we enter a short, and we put our take profits right here, 1,773. But that's not more likely going to happen, right? Since Bitcoin is more likely. If you see here, if you see what BTC is doing, right? If you see what Bitcoin is doing, it's more probably going to break it, right? Since it gave a you can say this small dump, fake dump, and now it's more probably going to break. Okay, so if it this behaves as a resistance, then even Ethereum is going to more probably going to break this $1,840 support. Okay, then we can enter a short once it breaks, makes a resistance, and we put a take profit at $1,773. Okay, right here. So now let's talk about your next chart, which is your AVAX chart. Okay, see, so AVAX chart also broke this key support, key resistance of your 4 hour. Right now it's supporting this trend line right here. Okay, so right now would be buying your AVAX right here would be a good entry, and selling it around $18.06. Okay, but only if your AVAX breaks this key resistance at $18.06, makes support, then we enter a big long position. So till then you can buy and you can sell here. Okay, but if Bitcoin, more probably Bitcoin is going up, right? It's breaking the 28,760 resistance, but if it doesn't break that resistance, then you can also enter your AVAX short when it breaks this support of $16.38, breaks the support, makes the resistance, we enter shorts, and then we ride it all the way to $14.26. Okay, so now let's talk about your next chart, which is your Solana chart. Okay, so for Solana chart also, oh yeah, see, the Solana chart is right here respecting this support right here. Okay, so more probably if Bitcoin breaks that 28,760 resistance, then this too will go all the way till this resistance at $22.73. Okay, so we can buy here, you can say, we can sell it right here at $22.73 for your Solana. Okay, but only once it breaks, makes support right here, breaks, makes support, we enter big Solana buys. Okay, but if Bitcoin is on a bearish and it breaks that support right at 28,760, this too, Solana will break its own support at $21.29. It will break, makes it a resistance. Okay, we'll put it as red so you can understand. Makes a resistance, then go down, all the way till this support at $19.88. Okay, then we enter short right here. Okay, so now let's talk about your next chart, which is your dot chart. Okay, so for dot chart, okay, so for dot chart would be a good entry because it's resisting this support to enter your dot chart and be selling it right here. You can see anywhere here. Okay, at $6 to $6.15 anywhere there, but only when your dot breaks this key resistance at $6.19 would be a good big long entries. Okay, but if Bitcoin breaks that, if Bitcoin doesn't break that 28,760 resistance, then this too will be going down, and then you can wait. Okay, so this entry is not done, your short position, because it already broke, but till it breaks this, you can say it's bullish. Okay, so but till now you can just wait and watch. But dot is not exactly showing where. Okay, so now let's talk about your next chart. Okay, so for next chart is Cardano. Okay, so for Cardano chart also, if Bitcoin breaks that resistance at 28,760, which is more probably liking breaking, as you've seen, then you can put your buying entry over here of your ADA at 0.38 cents, and you can sell it around here at 0.41 cents. Okay, but only if ADA breaks this key resistance right at 0.41 cents, make support, we enter all our big long ADAs. Okay, and Bitcoin also is going straight to 32. Okay, $32,000. But if Bitcoin doesn't break that resistance right, 28,760, then this one will break its own support, Cardano, at 0.38 cents, 0.38 cents, break, makes the resistance, we enter short, and we ride it all the way to 0.35 cents. Okay, and that's our take profit for a ADA. Okay, so now let's talk about your next chart, which is your algorithm. Okay, so your algorithm chart is just coming on a upwards trend. You can see from here it broke this resistance right here. You can see broke this small resistance, and there's very less buying pressure also on. There's very less buying and there's very less selling, as you can see in the charts only. Okay, so the lowest it has gone is here, 0.16 cents. So it would be a good entry if you're buying. Okay, your algo right now. Okay, and you can see you can sell it here. Okay, at 0.19 cents, but once it breaks this 0.19 cents, BTC also is more probably going to 32. Once it makes support, we buy all our algorithm position, big long position, and then we chill till Bitcoin goes to 32. This too is going to its own way. Okay, but there's no shorting in this because this is the lowest it has ever gone, 0.16 cents your algo. Okay, so now let's talk about your next chart, which is your near chart. Okay, so for your near chart also is here. So right now near is also here, so we'll have to just wait and watch. The same as dot. Okay, but it's supporting this resistance, you can see, around $1.80. Okay, so more probably it's going to go up as Bitcoin is going up to break that resistance at 28,760, and this too will go up. So if you're buying it right now, you can buy, and you can even sell it anywhere here, more probably. Let's see where it will go. But as now, if it goes here or here, you can sell it anywhere here. But if Bitcoin is going up, right, this too will break its own resistance at $2.02, make support. Probably Bitcoin is going to $32,000. So we need to enter all our near big long position. So your short is not exactly coming right now. We'll check on the shorts. Okay, but it broke this support, that's why. Let's see, there's no shorting right now on this near. So now let's talk about your next chart, which is your phantom chart. Okay, so phantom chart would be a good entry long for a long year, putting right here and selling at around 0.44 cents. But if Bitcoin breaks that 28,760 resistance, then this too will break its own resistance, your phantom chart, at 0.44 cents. Make support, we enter all our big longs with a stop loss. Okay, but if Bitcoin doesn't break that 28,760 resistance, but so you can more probably take a short once phantom breaks its support at 0.40 cents, breaks, makes a resistance, we enter short, and then we ride it all the way to 0.33 cents for your phantom chart. Okay, so now let's talk about your crypto trend, since you know that. Okay, so there are only, I seen only there's one coin of the top 100 only that I checked. There's only STX pumping, since the news also of the of yesterday's news, right? The development on oracles of Bitcoin, so that's kind of popping. And let's check on the crypto trends. Okay, so right now STX only is pumping and it would be a good entry. Okay, so it broke this key sub resistance at 0.78 cents. Okay, so buying anyway till it buying anyway when it pauses, it more probably will go like that and make this as support. So we'll be entering right there and putting a stop loss. Okay, so right now it's breaking. Okay, so we'll just wait till it makes it as a support, your STX. Okay, so that's the only one in trend, and the other L ones you can put your longs if you're entering. Okay, like you can put in dot, then your dot, then your phantom, you can say all those ones you can enter. Okay, so that's for crypto trend. Now let's take into crypto news. Okay, so your first news. Okay, so FBI Ukraine sees 9 exchanges domains on money laundering allegations. Okay, so the US FBI and Ukraine law enforcement have seized 9 exchanges 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 domains. Okay, relating to the domains, like including like 24x BTC, it's fully a scam, right? Then bitcoin24hour.com, they're all scams. So the FBI has just taken away the domains from that, since it's more likely going to be a scam of this exchange. Okay, like you can see, you can make out with the name only of the domain, 24 hours x bitcoin.com, obviously it's a scam. Then bitcoin24hours.com. Okay, so this exchange is probably scam, which the Ukraine and the FBI of US have seized these domains. Okay, so right now, okay, so now let's talk about your next news, which is your South Korea largest exchange joins Sui token. Okay, so right now South Korea's largest exchange, okay, which is around, is just going to list the token, okay, of Sui on the South Korea's biggest exchange, which is, it's Bybit. They're going to list the Sui token. The same, even your Binance released it yesterday, right? Your Sui token on their launchpad. So y'all could have, so even Binance listed. Now South Korea's largest exchange is listing Upbid Sui token. And if y'all want to know, the mainnet of Sui is going to the mainnet is going to launch today on the Sui network. Okay, that's 3rd May. Okay, so now let's talk about your next news, which is here, your main news of the thumbnail. Okay, so Balaji pays out his crazy 1 million Bitcoin bet, 97% under target pressure. Okay, so he said that Bitcoin is going to reach 1 million within this 1 month, right? It didn't happen. Okay, so he paid his bet. Okay, so what he did is he paid his bet, his $1.5 million bet. He paid to one Twitter account, he paid $500,000 to him that he betted with him, and then he even paid that the rest $500 to a charity, and the next $500,000, right? He gave it to a Bitcoin core team who are upgrading the Bitcoin, who are working for the Bitcoin network, and they are working for the better of Bitcoin network, right? So he paid his bet. Okay, but he says that it's more probably Bitcoin is going to reach to $1 million, right? Because of the inflation in the US, right? So that's his bet, but it didn't reach till $1 million. Okay, so now let's talk about your next news, which is your next news is the White House advisory renews push for 30% digital mining tax. Okay, so right now the US is putting a mining tax which is 30% on the miners in the US. So this is kind of a bad news, as the critics is saying. It's kind of like very like stingy for the miners who are mining. It's like they're trying to take all the profits what the miners are making, and it's kind of a bad impact on crypto. So most probably the miners will shift from the US to other countries which is having good for the having good taxes and giving incentives for the miners. Okay, so most probably they're going to shift as this law passes. Okay, so now let's talk about your next news. Florida government CB signs legislation for CBDC. Okay, so right now the government of the the governor of Florida, they said that they don't want CBDC, so they're kind of banning CBDC since they are concerned about the economic security of the people plus the freedom that people won't get once CBDC comes. Okay, so he doesn't want CBD. The governor of Florida, they put a they've they put a bill that they don't want CBDC, right? They've tried of this. Okay, so now let's talk about the next one, which is here. Okay, so here are the profits that overall. Okay, so right now Glassnode, they've seen how much money the Bitcoin miners are actually making. Okay, so by the numbers, what's all time profit margin of Bitcoin miners? Okay, so right now here's the this. Okay, so here's the here's the expense. Okay, so right now the expense of Bitcoin for the miners, overall all the miners, okay, is 36.6 billion. Okay, that's the expense of Bitcoin. Okay, and the profit that they're making is around 50 billion. Okay, so once you minus 50 billion minus 36 billion, you get around the aggressive minus profit margin is around 37%. Okay, so from 50 billion minus 36 billion, you get around 13 billion in overall profit for miners. Okay, so miners are making some good chunk, but they're also spending 36 billion, right? Sorry, they're spending 36 billion to make around 13 billion dollar in full profit. Okay, so that's for the overall profit of your this, right, miners. Okay, so now let's talk about the next news. Is this sports sport illustrator launches Polygon based NFT ticketing platform. Okay, so as you all know that the 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 Sports Illustrator, right, they launched a platform on Polygon. Okay, the name is called Box Office, where you can buy tickets. Okay, so that's kind of bullish news for the crypto space, right? Okay, so now let's talk about your next news, which is the PEPE coin crypto continues to rise, attracting attention from investors and skeptics. Okay, so as you all know that the meme coin is just keep pumping, right? As you can see over here, I'll show you the meme coin. P P Pepe. Okay, so if you see the Pepe coin right now over here, okay, so some exchanges are even trying to list the Pepe token. Okay, so let's see which exchange list. Okay, so there's no overall which exchange, but mostly the small exchange will list first, then maybe Binance and Coinbase can list. Okay, so right now if you see the Pepe token is right here. This, so right now is on a downward trend, but overall you keep seeing that the token is just pumped like from here to here. Okay, so maybe when the token list, but more probably this is just a meme coin, so you have not take it serious, right? Okay, so now let's talk of your last news, which is here. Okay, so ARK investors grab another 8 million in Coinbase shares. Okay, so as you all know, okay, so ARK investors grabs another pair of Coinbase, so they buy Coinbase share, ARK investors, which is Cathie Woods also, that same people. So they bought the Coinbase share. It was on its lowest, right? As you all know, the Coinbase share listed at around $300 one share, right? And they sold. I think Cathie Woods also sold, and right now they are grabbing the price as you all know that the Coinbase is shifting its headquarters from US since because of the laws in US are kind of bad for crypto. So they are shifting their headquarters from US to UK since UK is kind of a, like they're saying, it's going to be it's good for crypto, right? So they're shifting from US to UK. Okay, so that's why Cathie Woods bought it. It's more better for the for Coinbase, right? Since the law is more better for crypto space. Okay, so that's it for crypto news. If you like live content like this, just hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, ping the notification bell on so you don't miss content like this and you're early to watch. Okay, so peace out, crypto fam. Okay.